Wait, do you have a?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
never mind. All right, go
Hi,
ahead.
everybody. Talo for Faithful. What's up, everybody? I think I clicked the button a little bit before TJ was quite ready to get going with everything. I believe he was asking if Instagram was set up. Mine is. Um, yeah. So, all right. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Not a Faithful Radio Weekend Review Show. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a long week. I cannot ready to get my drink on. I've got a little special drink that I found over at the liquor store tonight that we're going to get into. So we're going to play the intro real quick, and we'll be right back.
They are at the 44-yard line of the Chargers. Taylor out to the left side, and Ricky Waters to the right. And a play fake. Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown, 40-yarder. First touchdown of the game. Comes after only a minute and 24 seconds. 44-yard touchdown pass to Rice. He sets another record.
You are now tuned in to NFL Weekly News Wrap, brought to you by Power Brand Systems.
All right, everybody, welcome back once again. Let's go ahead and bring TJ up. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you about Instagram, and I saw that it said Ed. I was like, oh shit. Oh man.
That was just kind of fun. I was like, I already started, so let's just keep
No,
going.
I just it's all good. I have Instagram pulled up. Anyway, it's good, bro. I saw we're all good.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, man. So how's the week been, brother?
Oh, bro, it's been a long week. I'm tired.
Yeah,
No, we'll get this cracking.
Let's see. So we're gonna say what's up to Mr. Carcass in the house. How's it doing, my man? Thank you for showing up. Then we also got Mr. John LaJoy. How's it going, my brother? Thank you for showing up. So we are going to go ahead and run the first Friday reads that we got real quick. So just stick tuned, watch the ads, and come back, and then we can start getting a drink on and start talking some football.
Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. For the Faithful, by the Faithful, off-season sale is happening now. Save 20% on all For the Faithful, by the Faithful season 1 through 3 gear now through June 30th. Go ahead and visit NinerFaithfulRadio.com/shop to save. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at NinerFaithfulRadio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful, by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join.
Right on. Thank you very much, everybody. So, I think I'm drinking alone today, ain't I? Because you got to go to work in a little bit.
Yeah. Your boy's got to do a little video meeting. My girl was like, you're not going to get super drunk off one drink. I'm like, yeah, well, it's not going to be fired before I.
Yeah, but you don't want to do. I mean, like I say, it's your first day. Do you really want to even go in there with something like that?
It's just it's just a video. I guess they're going to go over expectations or something. I don't know. They're like, we got to do a mandatory hour meeting. So
I still wouldn't. Like me personally, I would. Like,
yeah, no.
Especially, do you work tomorrow?
No, we're not starting apparently
afterwards.
I'm assuming that's one of the things we're going to discuss today. Like, hey, this is going to be the first day you guys report.
Yeah,
those type of things. But hopefully, this sounds like it'll be a cool little off-season job for me to have. So your boy will have a just a normal 9 to 5, and then when it's the off season, I can go ahead and do this shit, and then right when the season starts, July, August-ish, just like, all right, y'all, work my last little job for the summer, and then deuces out.
Right, so from what I got drinking, I got some bought this at the liquor store today. Sugarland's Moonshine Root Beer. I've never actually had this before, so I'll let you know how good this tastes. The lady at the shop was telling me that her husband was like, "Oh, I like root beer. I can just chug this." So he chugged like 2, and apparently he stood up. About an hour later, it fell flat in his face. So she's like, "It will sneak up on you really quickly." So
yeah, I've always hated things like that. I always hate creeper drinks. You got
oh,
yeah, rough.
Ooh, it's moonshine. Crazy juice. I just had some crazy juice, brother. Ooh. What's up, brother? Ooh. So with that, it's a nice root beer taste to it. Definitely can taste the alcohol, but I can see where if you chug this, you'd be in trouble. It's really sweet. Tastes like I said, just tastes like any other root beer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's cracking, chat? What's up, everybody on Instagram?
Sorry, I'm gonna try not to sip this.
Oh, it's all good, bro. It's all, like I'm trying to give you a second to recover here, bro.
I took a little bit bigger drink than I
thought. We got a couple, Mr. TEF and Matt. Oh, what's cracking, Matt? How you doing, bro? Just want to make sure we kind of sometimes I forget Instagram just because I'm always used to looking at the comments here and everything like that. So I want to make sure that we start giving props to people on Instagram.
What's up, Mr. BC? How's it going,
What's
my
up,
brother?
BC?
Yeah, so if you guys are watching on Instagram and you want your comments to be seen, go ahead and watch us on Twitch, Facebook. I'm not sure if Twitter comments will show up, but I know Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook comments will. So if you want, like I said, if you want to actually join in, talk with everybody else who's commenting, make sure to go over there. Maybe one day it'll all work together in unison. That'd be nice because then we don't have to worry about anything. But
be real nice. Or we could just, yeah. Anyway, that would be real nice. BC, man, you always say that, bro.
BC,
we're like,
yeah. We know it takes you like 9 hours to walk across the street to your job. We get that.
I know, for real, right? Like over here.
Like I don't know how far it works. I think it's literally like across the street from. Like it's pretty close. You could like stumble home, kind of a thing.
Well, I have an interview on Monday for a team lead job. I'm hoping really to get this one, but it's literally right at the mall down the street from my it's at the same mall where my last.
What's up, McNiner?
What's up, David? How you doing? Okay. So like you literally cool. that's kind of the thing I'm gonna sell on them is like, dude, it takes me like 25-30 minutes to walk to work. You know what I'm saying?
I can be here for you. Just let me be.
I can be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give your boy a call as long as it's not the day. The days I we got issues
shows and shit.
Yeah, we're good. But did you want to talk to I know you beat me tonight, bro. Did you want to go ahead and go through Christian's thing?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do about here. We pull up the slide. Just like the Wu-Tang Clan, those of us here at 9 Faithful Radio, we are for the children. Our sponsor guys over at Power Brand Systems, they're having a little bit of a family issue. Basically, they have a family member that needs expensive treatment, that you need shots and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to say this. I understand this because that's what I do at work. I dispatch drugs. Yes, I am a drug dealer at work. We do a lot of like drug shipments at work and stuff like that. I got you if you need some drugs. It's just a lot of it's just it's funny because most of it's like lotion for the most part, but a lot of it's just actual drugs. So it just sounds cool to just say I'm a drug dealer. But we will put a link in the comment or in the description below, and that's the one that TJ just also linked in there. Thank you, my brother. If you guys can spare anything to give them a hand, please do. Brand new family, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, they've been trying to have a kid. They finally had it. She's running into some health issues. It's like $25,000 a month for this shot, which actually, to be honest, with some of the drug stuff that I've seen, I've actually moved drugs or shots for babies that are $2.5 million a shot. So it's kind of crazy kind of crazy how much some of this stuff costs to keep people alive. But yeah, so I mean, if anybody's out there that could please possibly, a little bit of help for them, please do. So that's on that one. Again, if you can, TJ got the link in there, and then we'll put a link in the description of the video as well.
I'm literally copying and pasting it right into the descriptions right now. So we'll have to wait to do it on.
Jason, I am now concerned for your well-being. Bro's out there selling doobies. Yeah, I said it's funny when I describe it to people. Like, what do you do? I'm a drug dealer. I move drugs across the country and across the world. People look at me. So we do medical shipments. I worked at this place for about 2 weeks before, and they're like, "Hey, can you go get this person some dry ice? He's bringing in a shipment for dry ice." I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I can go shovel some dry ice. Shit ain't hard." So I go out there. They bring out this big ass fucking box. It's probably about 4.5 foot long. It's probably 2 foot deep. And he's like, "Yeah, I need this filled up with ice." I just, because he packed it. He was taking it to the other side of the state. He just pulled it off of the flight. So I opened up the box, put the dry ice in there. There's a leg in there, a fucking leg. I didn't expect this. Like a fucking leg was in a damn box, and I'm like, "Is that a leg?" The guy's like, "Yeah," because he worked here for years. He knows what's up. But I'm just like, "Is that a real fucking leg, dude?" So yeah, so I mean, I do all sorts of medical shipment and stuff like that. I mean, we see some cool stuff, but like those drug shipments for like little kids, like if we have to have people there on the phone, crazy. We have like police escorts sometimes. It gets kind of crazy with all that kind of stuff. So I completely understand why it costs that much money to keep going.
So I'm not going to even get into the amount because I don't exactly. They're trying to get a leg up. That's cold, David. That's cold.
Make sure you tip your waiters. David will be here all weekend.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into the price, but with the health though, it was about 3 months ago. My girl's grandma had open heart surgery, and their grandpa's had, I think, 2. Let's see, he had a stroke, got out of the hospital. Yeah, I think it'll be 2 or 3 weeks. This tomorrow that he went back to the hospital. He got out and everything like that. But I'm not gonna get in the exact price because I don't know the exact price. From what I heard, Brett, it ain't cheap.
Yeah,
it's definitely got me thinking. Like, if your boy has a heart attack, should I just what I'm saying? So I just
call it quits, man.
Just kind of be like, "Hey, all right, Brett, it's time for me to go." I mean, I looked at my girl and I said, "What good is saving $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 in a retirement account if one trip to the hospital wipes the whole thing out?"
Yeah, I had
me being a smoker. Me being a smoker, I've really looked at my girl and said, if one day your boy gets emphysema or cancer or something like that, honestly, I might just chalk it up, bro. I might just be like, "Hey, babe, let's do what we got to do with the little bit of time I have left." Just because, what I'm going to spend all my money, leave my girl no money, my kids no money and everything, for 5-10 extra years, Anyway, so yeah, if y'all can, please donate. We know that the Niner Empire is definitely a family, and we know that people are going to come through for us.
For sure. All right, so we're going to do a little bit with this week's topic. We are going to be, do we draft a linebacker in the draft? And then we'll do our mock 4.0. So first off, TJ, do you think we need a linebacker? Do you think with what the additions that we have and that we brought back one, and then with the 2 rookies that we had last year, do you think that we would actually draft another linebacker?
It's funny because when I started this, and you and I have discussed this a little bit off air and on air and everything, as far as the Dre situation. And this obviously was before no more
No,
$1,000.
Steve-O, I have one. In fact, we're drafting it right now as we speak.
Anyway, if you need help for your fantasy football addiction, anyway,
That's a
so
different show.
when I started thinking this, I said no. Especially with what we did, in free agency. But the more I'm studying some of these players, like I know we did running backs, I wasn't really 1,000% sold on running backs. I know we did corners. We're going to come up. I actually just started recently this afternoon after I got done with studying the two linebackers I'm going to go over. I started on tight ends because that's what we're doing Tuesday. So, I started to.
We just made an offer to a tight end, the guy from the Lions.
Yeah. I figured we either go over that or Tuesday. There's really no update. I know we gave him an offer. Lions have 5 days to refute it. So what? That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll probably know pretty close to Tuesday's show. I doubt if the Lions really want to sign him, I doubt they're going to wait till Wednesday to do it.
Yeah.
So we should know more about that on Tuesday. The more I've studied some of these players, the more I've been like, do we need a linebacker? I mean, tell me what's going on with Dre Greenlaw. Show me what Jalen Graham, which there's a video I'm going to shoot next to you that this guy, this faithful on a YouTube channel that I had never seen before. But he did a nice video breakdown of Jalen Graham that got, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, it's got me kind of excited with what the man can bring in camp. So no, but when I step back and I say, okay, what have the Niners done in free agency? Whatever, they've essentially attacked every need. They don't feel about the offensive line the way we do, at least publicly.
That's for sure.
We'll say, who knows what's going on in those conversations. I'm sorry, that extension is not starting right tackle money. So Graham.
I wonder if he knows that.
Probably not. Graham did a nice video about us trading up and getting this particular tackle that he was after. I think there might be something like that. Yeah, Troy Fautano.
The guy from Washington, who, by the way, is a badass. He actually went to high school about a mile away from my house.
That's what's up.
So I've actually seen him play when he was in high school.
So I miss playing. I forget. I think it's James Jones. But there's a player for the Whackers that I missed playing. I think it's by 2 or 3 years. I think I missed playing against him. But he went to Gunderson, which is the high school I used to live right behind. Their field's actually named after him. But anyway, what we've allowed us to do is the best player available. The two players I'm going to go over are about second, third round picks. Definitely if they're around when we start picking in the third, that's when I'm starting to say, like, okay, this is best player available. This is, but it's so difficult because we haven't seen Jalen Graham. You haven't seen what's the other one we drafted? I can't forget. I'm forgetting his name. Robert Beal Jr. We haven't seen, first of all, I had any real updates of Dre Greenlaw except for the videos of him rehabbing. We haven't seen Devontae Campbell, and what he's bringing. And hey, is this just a 1 year stopgap? But honestly, secretly, I want to know what's up with Dre Greenlaw because this is the last year of his contract, I believe.
Yep.
So he's a free agent after this year. So, you and I say this about Debo all the time. I said the same thing about Dre. And Dre even admitted that I want to say before he signed his extension, he had like a little, he was going to wait until the offseason test free agency. Then he had like a little hamstring or something. And the Niners kind of came to him like, you sure? You kind of sure you don't want to sign this deal? And Dre said, you know what? Fuck, let me sign it before something happens. As much as we love him, love the man. I've loved him since his rookie year. Love his story. Man gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And
Island player.
And look, is the turf? Did Dre Greenlaw tear his Achilles on the turf of the Super Bowl? It's not going to help. But let's be real. Dre Greenlaw's Achilles was on borrowed time. I mean, how long he had Achilles tendonitis?
Yep.
You know, and I just kept on thinking, and that's let's be real. We all knew the fact it was a non-contact and things like that. But let's be real. When Dre Greenlaw was laying on the ground, we all knew what it was.
Oh,
We
yeah,
all
instantly.
knew it.
I was
Instantly,
like,
I said he tore his Achilles. And I said, I knew it with this fucking, I kept on saying it, with this Achilles tendonitis. The playoffs, I didn't mind as much because what are you going to do? Keep the man on the sideline in the playoffs? Got to get to the Super Bowl, bruh. You know? But I know there were some people who said that. But this year, to me, is clearly about an eye to the future. So do we on the roster right now have a plan for Dre Greenlaw? No, I don't believe that. No, nobody that we can put in this pen right here, Jason. There's nobody's name I could write next to after Devontae Campbell, after Fred Warner. So
even Devontae Campbell is kind of an issue. You know, again, he's kind of like the opposite of Beal and Graham. He's old. You know what I mean? How much does he have left in his tank to go, you know, before he starts breaking down? You know, how long before his missing a step cost us something in a playoff game, in a meaningful, you know, regular season game, Super Bowl? So, I mean, all these kind of things need to be decided on. I
said the same thing about Tashawn Gibson after the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I think that, you know, love Tashawn Gibson. Let's be real. That might be one of the most diamond in the rough end of training camp.
I'll drink to that.
Let's be real. Legendary. Yeah. Oh. Legendary's been my word, bruh. But
that is, yeah.
So some of these linebackers, especially the two I've gone over, I didn't watch any film on your two, but yeah, I don't mind. Because with this new kickoff rule, I'm curious to see. Dave Lombardi has this whole thing about, you know, putting Debo and Christian McCaffrey because essentially it's a scrimmage play.
Yeah.
You know, and so the injury risk is just as #bruh. So it's essentially an offensive scrimmage play. Are you going to see less linebackers or, you know, less linebackers and more corners and receivers, tight ends? So filling out the bottom of this roster is important to me. And as we transition from one of the older teams into football over clearly the next 2 years, what's going to be the plan is to get younger. You can't fill the bottom of your roster with enough good football players.
Yep. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we got no respect. Like he's got no respect up in here. Rodney Dangerfield, for those of you guys who don't get that one.
Yeah.
I kind of understand his point. And I think that at this point, especially when it first happens, that you do feel slighted. There is some animosity between. He's like, whoa, you don't think I'm worth it now? Or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So to say right now that, you know, he's probably feeling he's being disrespected, that now he has some bad blood towards the organization. I feel it. You know what? Joe Montana, I don't believe it. I truly do not believe it. I mean, they just basically told you, we don't want to pay you because you're, you know, breaking down. You know, do you think that there was no bad blood or animosity or anything?
Oh,
you know, when Joe got traded?
Oh, there's still
Yeah, still. What's up, Kenny? How you doing, brother?
Joe and I've said this, I know it's going to be unpopular or anything like that, but how often do you really see Joe around?
What's up, Corona? How you doing, brother? Not as much as you would think for his
status of what he is in this franchise. Yep. Let's be real. Joe Montana, I don't he happened to play a majority of his career for the Niners, but I don't feel like deep down in his soul he feels like he's a Niner. You know,
He probably
I think that. Well, see, and this is the thing about Eric is I watched a little bit of his clip and everything like that. And what's
Beto,
up,
what up, man?
Beto? Good to see you, baby.
By the way, after us tonight, Beto and Jess have their show at 6 p.m. So make sure you guys go to their show after us.
So we're not going to spend a million hours on this or anything, but I understand what he's. See, the thing about it is he was looking at it as more of what's off the field.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, what have I meant to this community? You know, what have I meant to this organization? Hey, y'all call me the blueprint. You know.
Yep.
And
then you undercut me.
Then you undercut me. I mean, he came out and he said, I told them I cannot come into the building the same way. You know, and that's when I kind of like, okay, well, I understand, you know, hey, look, anybody else, like, would you be happy if your job asked you to take a 2/3 pay cut? You know,
especially
after you
when
just
you're
played
there,
the
you
whole
do a good job.
And you played the whole playoffs with the torn meniscus and played well. Let's not forget the fumble. What changed the NFC Championship game, Jason? His fumble. His fumble is that's when I really started to believe. All right, bro. All right, this is gonna, you know, because that's
say what you want about Armstead. I
avalanche.
know he doesn't have the sacks and all that kind of stuff, and everybody's down on Armstead. This defense was significantly better, especially against the run, when Armstead was there. It's that simple. It's just that he doesn't show up on every stat line for 2 sacks a game and all this. But against the run, that's where his big
he had his best pass rushing grade of his career last year.
True. But him and the run D is where he shined.
You hope somebody steals Jennings, man. Be careful what you wish for, brother.
No,
be careful what you wish for.
No.
I always want some. Look, that clutchness. You know that clutch from a dude we're paying less than $5 million. And be careful what you wish for, bro. Thinking you could just replace
bottom end of the roster. Blocking.
Yeah, still running somebody into the fucking bench. So Eric Armstead, I believe we're truly going to miss him this year. I really do.
Well,
but you and I talked about it on the show. We said before the Super Bowl, honestly, if he gets a ring, and I had Eric's ear, if he gets a ring, I would tell him to retire.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and so you and I both said plantar fasciitis does not get better, especially when you've had it 2 years. And this is why salary caps suck, is because back in the 80s, Eric Armstead would have been a Niner for life.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Eddie would have paid him. But when you're looking at it and you're saying, I've missed 13 games from you, I can't be paying you $18 million.
Yeah. Business decisions were made.
And he came out and said, I mean,
yeah.
How many players could we get from that $18 million that you could say, hey, we can count on, you know, to be on the field, bro?
To dominate like he did. Dominate. He dominated inside with the run defense.
So at the end, I've seen this around, and I'm curious, and we'll move on after this. But I'm curious to see what you thought is the whole Defoe versus Eric Armstead discussion.
To me, it's a viewpoint simply because they're different players.
The different players. This is my thing about it. Is it was never Eric Armstead over DeForest Buckner. It was Eric Armstead, Jimmy Ward, a little bit of money for Jimmy, over DeForest Buckner. So do I think that the Niners made the right decision saying, hey, we've got Eric Armstead for what? 3-4 more years. We got Jimmy Ward for 2-3 more. Yeah, I honestly, as much as I love Defoe, and as much as that's probably been one of the most like just immediate visceral reactions, just because I went from very like, yeah, Defoe's gonna sign, you know, like to like, because I literally remember seeing we signed Eric Armstead, and I'm like, how the fuck? Okay, we're gonna keep both of them. Like the thought,
Yeah.
default wasn't coming back. Didn't even mention my mind, and so I believe it was Jamie that messaged us and was like, "DeForest Buckner just got traded," and like it was just
Yeah, we were like, where is this money coming from?
yeah, like it was just. But over the course of I think we made the right move. So will we miss Eric Armstead? Definitely. I think
Give
that
it-
we will miss.
Give him 5 or
Eric
6 years,
Armstead.
he'll come back, and we'll be welcoming him back with open arms.
Oh yeah, he's gonna sign a 1-day contract to retire a number, and let's be real. Respect for him getting 14 mil. I don't think
yeah.
anybody but Trent Baalke was going to pay this man 14 million.
Yeah, good for him for getting that. All right, so we're going to go do a quick break, and then we will move into the next segment.
This segment is brought to you by shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear, save 10%, as well as help out this show.
So, all right, so go ahead.
Quick comment. I have not been able to confirm this, but I believe the draft hats, the red draft hats, are only available online. So we're going to be able to probably on our Facebook. I'm going to make a post it for the red draft hats because I went in the store and they're only. So anyway, so we're going to get some draft stuff going up on the store here pretty quickly.
Yes. So, and by the way, if you are going to be buying those draft hats, please use our affiliate link to save yourself a little bit of money, put some money in our pocket, and everybody's happy with that one. All right. So
you scratch ours.
Exactly. Kind of like you had said earlier, I'm not looking at us necessarily for drafting linebackers per se, because I would like to see what we have in Beal and Graham before we go out.
Yeah.
That said, probably wouldn't be bad to go out and get somebody to draft. You know what I mean? Like, and when I was looking for guys that we could possibly draft, I was looking for guys who we ask our linebackers to do a lot in coverage. They are covering a lot of guys constantly. So I was looking for guys who are great coverage linebackers. Probably more than any other trait I was looking at would be their coverage. So the first one that I found was I got to rep my Polynesian. So we got Maurice Luafau from Punahou High School in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's the same high school that Mente Te'ao went to, which would make him a rival of the high school I would have been at had I stayed in Hawaii. So it's all a little circle there with all of us.
Well, I mean, let's be real, bro. How many high schools are even in Hawaii? Like,
hey man, you didn't have to bring that up. It's like, what's up, media, aka Ancho? How's it doing, my man? For those of you who don't know, me and media are now doing the 49er Captains show on Mondays. So please make sure to check out me and him. So Mondays for now, then during the season, it'll be on Thursdays. So with Luafau, he's just damn good in coverage. He can go sideline to sideline. Good size, 6'2", 235-ish. He's not shy when it comes to getting dirty. He will go up into the line of scrimmage and fight those guys off. Really good when he sees, hey, ball's that way, I need to go make a tackle. He's going to do that. You know who also is really damn good at doing that? Both Greenlaw and Warner. He has that same kind of instinct that, the ball's over there now, I go there. What's up? We got Mr. John J in the house with the 49ers Ultimate Report. How's it going, my brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I guess you can say a little bit with his issue that he does have is that it takes him a little bit to know where the ball's going. But I'm sure with a little more practice, we can work on that with him. And he's got average long speed. When he's going down on those long routes and everything, he's not going to be able to hang with the guys that are burners. But yeah, like I said, great coverage guy, great leader guy. Got to see him a little bit playing at Notre Dame because Notre Dame football is always on TV every Saturday. So he's my first one. My second one is Edufon Ulofoshio. I hope I said that. It's kind of funny that I can say the Polynesian names these, and then like the Caribbean African names, I just completely butcher half the time.
Bro, I butcher a lot of those names. Like,
But it's funny. Like I can say the Polynesian
Yeah.
ones, no problem. But I gets like to the long, especially with the longer African names. I'm like, what is that again?
yeah, my favorite. I always like to. I get so proud of myself just sometimes because I remember. Who was the one that we Peter to I can't say it now. I was just about to say Peter T. The one we took in 17.
I'm trying to remember who that
It was-
was.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
All right, you pull up.
Whatever.
So
No,
we got
it's not that big of a deal.
Lufocio.
Anyway, that
Um,
and Talanoa Hufunga. Like I just remember who like having to go.
To be honest, Hufanga is probably
Funga.
easy as fuck though.
Oh, bro, it is so easy now. But these Polynesian days, bro, I started to become so proud of myself and everything. Like I sound so educated.
It's funny because I'll be in a lot of people's
Funga.
other chats and they'll say some of the Polynesian names. They'll be like, "Is that right?" Okay, you said it right.
It's just it's kind of funny how anyway oh yeah, everybody Tebow that like button and that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, por favor.
Poor media. Since Arizona got bounced from the Sweet 16. Sorry to hear, buddy. Duke basketball for life. I don't
Duke basketball.
look. I only liked Duke basketball. That's it. And even that, I'm like, yeah, I could tell. Like, I had to look when they announced the 64 teams. I was like, is Duke even making it this year?
Damn.
That's how much.
Oh,
Of, like, I am a Duke fan, but that's how much I pay attention to them.
Well, it's like
Um,
I feel about Gators. Like if you put a gun to my head and said, "Hey, who's your college you're rocking with?" If it's Florida in football and basketball, and San Jose State for pretty much everything else. But I said, I mean, I don't even remember the last time I watched a Gators game, and my love for the Gators strictly just comes from my dad. My dad played for them.
yeah, and that's completely understandable.
So one
So-
day, is it a dream of mine to go see a game at the Swamp? Yeah, I would. I just love crazy atmosphere, so I would totally love to see a game at the
I'd
Swamp.
go watch a game there.
But there's 50 other places that's way down on my bucket list. That's pretty much a me and Bubby going to Harry Potter World in Orlando, and then we just make a trip up to Gainesville.
Oh, we got all the Duke hating here tonight. Damn.
Everybody
I
hates
just
Duke,
meant-
bro. Duke's the Yankees of college basketball.
They really are, and I know that. And that's probably one of the reasons why I like him so much. So with Edufon, again, another great coverage guy. He did have some injuries early in his career. He battled through them, and is probably one of the better coverage linebackers in the league right now. As you can see with his strengths, he's got significant experience that has led to good coverage recognition. He's the guy that's going to be able to see those plays before they happen. So he's going to be able to read it. Oh, the ball's going this way to this guy, so he's going to be able to read that. Doesn't have necessarily the fastest run times or anything like that, but you're hoping that him being able to read those kind of things will be able to get there. He is slow against RPOs, play action, stuff like that. But again, if you're having him out there, he's covering those tight ends, those running backs out of the backfield. That's what he's going to be there for. It's a crazy guy. Hey, image flavor loops. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, those are my two. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen off. And who you got, TJ?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll run the last ad read, and then I'm gonna go over them real quick, and then I got to get up out of here. But
Roger.
last ad read of the show.
This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out this show.
All right, cool. Yes, please. If you're gonna buy, like it even says, it's not just sporting, theater and concert tickets as well. Go ahead and make
We know
sure
y'all are going to games.
Giants.com and use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio, all one word. We're gonna start off, and I know this is very typical. This seems to be everybody's LB1, but Peyton Wilson, he played 12 games, 138 tackles, 69 solo, 6 pass defense, 6 sacks, a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 INTs, and a touchdown last season. I mean, that's a shit ton of production, bro. He has had 2 ACL. He had a ACL coming out of high school, going into college. Had another ACL, and also has had 2 shoulder surgeries. So, like the player you mentioned, injuries are a bit of a concern. Which, let's be real, he clearly is a day one talent. I mean, when you listen to how he tests. 4.43 40-yard dash, a 1.54 40-yard split, 34.5-inch vert, a 9.11 broad jump. His wingspan, or hold on, let me go ahead and pull up the next one. Wingspan 76 and 1/8, that's 81st percentile. He's 6'4", which is 89th percentile. His 40 is 98th percentile. I mean, this
like
man
4.39, right?
Yeah, 4.43. 4.43, bruh. I mean, this man,
He's
when
fast.
you turn on the tape, he just when you turn on the film, it was so funny because I was watching one that didn't have the little highlighter and everything like that. So I felt it was very good because it allowed me to just naturally watch the play and say, okay, does when I'm just watching the play as I would a normal football game, does he stand out to me without being highlighted? And boy, did he ever. I said, so it's very injury concerns. Second round, I think, is starting a little rich to look for a linebacker, you know, especially with tackle and guard being a need that all of us feel that it is. But if we can get this guy in the third round, how do you not draft him? I mean, just we always said on the show, I've always had a saying that the Niners live and die by the D line and everything, but truthfully, one of the most undervalued assets I believe we have is Johnny Holland.
Yep.
What Johnny Holland has been able to get, because Christos Kerserek should get the production he gets out of the D line. Let's be real, it's where we drafted the most draft capital. We put the most resources of our team into the D line. Chris Kerserek should get the most production out of it. You know, if any type of coach should be able, any coach worth their salt should be able to get production out of this D line with as many resources. What resources have we put into the? Now, I understand since we've paid them, we put in a lot of resources into Dre and Fred. But Dre's a 5th rounder. Bam Bam's a 3rd rounder and a late 3rd rounder at that. Jalen Graham was what, a 6th, 7th rounder? You know, we got a couple. We all get wet dreams about Aziz, you know, DFF, undrafted free agent. For what the little resources we put in the linebacker room for us to, like, by far, no questions asked, have the best linebacking room in the NFL with how little. What's up, Miss Veronica? How you doing? With as little draft capital as we've put in it.
Talofa?
What's up, brother? How you doing? I think Johnny Holland is one of the best kept secrets on the Niners. So you get this man under Johnny Holland with Fred Warner there to mold him. I don't want to overreact because I'll never forget me literally jumping up and down, screaming at the top of my lungs. We just drafted the next Patrick Willis when we drafted Reuben Foster. Like I literally was jumping up and down, screaming, we just drafted the next Patrick Willis. So I try not to get too hyped.
Talent-wise, he was.
Yeah, talent-wise, he definitely was. And let's not be real, was slightly injury prone for a little bit. You know, like I'll never forget Kyle being like, you know what? Now I ain't even gonna come on the field anymore. Like, you know, because I'm tired of thinking it's something serious, and he hopped back up, and he, you know, I'm not even gonna come out to the field anymore. Second one, this is the one that is a little bit of more of a project. Oh, did not mean to close out. A little bit more of a project, but this is definitely pedigree, and I have a soft spot for players that play the front 7 for Jim Harbaugh, just because you don't play defense for Jim Harbaugh if you're not a player and you don't have. Let's be real,
crazy.
90% of defense is all mentality, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Eric Davis says all the time, either you want to take a grown man to the ground or you don't. You know, it's very simple on defense. Let me go ahead and pull up the slide. I'm a little discombobulated. Okay, there we go. 15 games this year, only 95 tackles, 44 solo, and 2 pass defense. So he doesn't quite have the production that Peyton Wilson does. Let's be real. I think some team's going to take a chance on Peyton Wilson in the second round. I don't think that we're going to be able to get him. Junior
What's up, Ryan? Thank you for showing up, Moose.
that I think that we have a little bit more time of, that is a player that can sit a year, and that is going to be the type of player that you're like, hey, the biggest jump a player makes in their career is from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
That's the old football saying. He's the type of player that I bet you get him a year in an NFL locker room, you get him around a good culture, that's going to demand the most out of him every single day. And I think we can get ourselves a little bit of a player.
Let's also be honest. We don't play rookies. So
yeah, no. Let's be real. Are any of these players look? If none of these players are taking Fred Warner's spot.
Nope.
All right. If one of these players are taking Fred Warner's spots, we have huge issues. Okay, like I don't want to even think about the scenarios where Fred Warner ain't on the field this year. Okay? Yeah. I don't want those thoughts in my head. If a rookie is taking Devontae Campbell's spot, I'm a little bit concerned about that. That is
actually possible. I'd be okay with that one.
Oh, if they earn it. I'm talking about if they're better than I'm talking about we need get Devontae Campbell off the field type of situations. So this is definitely an eye to the future type of pick. But honestly, I think that's what this football team's at. Yeah. This is what happens. I know it's been a while, since we've done this much consistent winning, but this is kind of what winning organizations do in the draft. They pick players with that eye to the future. You think how many spots in the prime of the Patriots dynasty, how many spots do you think they were drafting, starter spots do you think they were drafting to fill every year? Maybe a handful, maybe 2 or 3, just because Bill would never pay anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Thanks for holding it down, Jason. Love y'all. We'll see y'all Tuesday when we're going to break down. We'll break down tight ends. Yay!
Hi, dude. For the last, kick me out.
My bad. I always do that. Let me know when you're done, bro.
Yeah. All right. So for the last part of the draft, we are going to go ahead, or the last part of the show, we're going to go ahead and do a PFF draft real quick. See if I can make this just a wee bit bigger. All right, so that obviously, so we're going to go ahead and take the 49ers. We're going to go put this, so whether or not you want to decide if you're going to take it for the public, for people who are making the drafts and everything like that, or for PFF, who are supposedly, the insiders and all like that. We're going to keep it in the middle. We want them to care for positional value, just probably about the same. We also think teams should be drafting for needs. Why that's an actual option, I've never figured out. You always want to go there. And then for the randomness, you don't want, us picking a quarterback in the first round or anything. So we're going to keep that kind of low. All right, so we're going to go ahead and enter the draft. We're going to start it. Let's see if I can change this just a wee bit. All right, that looks a little better. All right, so we are on the clock. Let's see. Let's see what we got for trades right now. We've got the Saints. I can't see any of that. The Saints for the 45, so no, don't want to trade back that far. Let's just go ahead and draft a player. Let's see. Jackson Powers Johnson, should we draft him? Should this actually happen? He probably starts automatically. I'm willing to bet if we were to draft him, he is going to be your prototypical big-time people mover, big chest and midsection, dense player who can anchor destroyer of worlds mentality, good grip strength. I mean, this guy is everything you want out of a center. Yeah, you know what? If he is going to drop to us at the 31st pick, let's see who's. Even Zach Frazier would be good. Probably the best cornerback with both Tampa and Kool-Aid are both off of the board right now. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take Jackson Powers Johnson. Take a sip of the moonshine. For those of you who are late, this is the moonshine root beer that I've got going on. I figured I've drank about a third of it. I can actually feel it already. All right. So we've got 63rd pick. Let's see what's out there. We got Christian Haynes is a guy I've been high on. And he's at 64. Well, they didn't really trade us. We got the Lions at 73. And the Hawks. Where are the Lions off? Yeah, they don't have anything else. Let's just go ahead and draft a player. I'm just going to go ahead and take Christian Haynes. We definitely still need help on the interior, so we'll go ahead and get him. All right, so with our number 94 pick, now this is where things start getting interesting. See, there's Maurice Lufau. You got all these guys up ahead. Obviously, we don't need a quarterback. Can we drop back at all? What if we get 98, 19? Let's see if they'll take it. Oh, the Steelers took it. All right. So with this one, let's see how Jerry Jones looks. With his back pedal, limited long speed. It's going to be a slot receiver. Well, as good as we've got Demo on the outside, having somebody who excels across the middle in the nickel slot sounds good. Let's see what else we got down here. You know what? Let's go for a position that we actually need help in, or we're getting Leofau. Let's go ahead and get Jerry Jones. All right, now with 119. Let's see. Let's check out conclaves. What position hands? Doesn't cover. Bad arm length. Gives up inside. Yeah, coming off an injury. That's probably a no for me. Let's check out an edge. Nothing there for him. You know what? Let's go ahead and take the edge. See how that works out. Then we're picking again. Cooper Beebe was another guy I was pretty big on. Let's go ahead and take him as well. Now, Will Shipley is a running back that I've been pretty high on. So we're at number 132. Will Shipley is a guy who reminds me of a lot of CMC. He's really shifty, really good with screens and catching passes out of the background. Who knows how much tank is left in the gas with Elijah Mitchell. And we still need that shifty back that, like CMC style. So let's go ahead and grab Will Shipley at 132. So the 135, let's see, who else we got down here? I believe this is the guard from Michigan that media was big on. So we'll go ahead and take him at number 135. Now we wait till 176. All right, just because we are a little bit weak on the safety side of things. James nothing on here. Jaheim Bell is a tight end I've seen quite a few people talk about. We're going to go ahead and go safety, James Williams from Florida, or excuse me, from the U. And because I know a lot of us want to go ahead and get one of the familiar guys on here, we'll go ahead and pick up Frank Gore. We'll give him that that feel-good pick of the draft will be that one when Frank Gore can call his own kid. And let's see who else we got. Guard, center. You know, we haven't grabbed a linebacker yet, so anything on Jalen Ford? Nope. Let's go ahead and end the draft with our Jalen Ford. And we will see. Oh, no, have one more pick. Let's go ahead and take best available. We'll take a linebacker again. And then we'll... Oh, of course, PC's with the Devin Culp. All right, so our overall grade is going to be a B+. They didn't like the Will Shipley one. They didn't like Xavier Thomas. Everything else we got a pretty good grade for. So, all right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end the show with this. I believe Beto over at Niner Sickness Podcast is going to be starting up here in a few minutes, so make sure you go over to his show and show him some love. I'm not sure if it's going to be Brian or if it's going to be David McNiner. They'll be hosting their show over at 7 o'clock, so you got about an hour or so before that show starts. John LaJoy's show is also going to be starting at 7 o'clock as well. So you guys have got options on who you want to watch tonight. I may jump into a few people's shows or not, depending on what goes on, depending on how much of this moonshine I decide to kill. I might go play some Fortnite. I might go play some Helldivers. We'll see. So everybody should show up. Five Fitai Telelava. One love, everybody, and then we'll talk to you guys on Tuesday as we discuss more stuff. And then don't forget, main national show, 49er Media Captains will be this Monday. Thank you very much, everybody. See ya.